how you all doing? It's Jeff Sinker from SkypeGuitarLessonsOnline.com. Great to see you all again. Hope you're all doing really well. This song was requested a number of times by one of my subscribers. You know who you are. Finally got round to doing it. My apologies for taking some time on this. It really is a great song. I should have done this much sooner. Definitely is a fun song. Thanks very much for the request on that. And if anybody else has got any requests, I know I'm getting them thick and fast, and I promise you I am going through all of these slowly, steady, but surely I will be covering them all. I'm enjoying playing this, and I can tell from the response I'm getting that you're enjoying this as well. I do enjoy playing some of the less known Iron Maiden songs, so some of them I forget them myself. I'm always listening to the tracks, so if you've got any special favourite, just put it on the link below, and I promise you it'll be added to the list and I will get through it. I said the goal eventually, and I will get there, I'm going to be playing every single Iron Maiden song, so stick around and enjoy that journey with me as well. If this is your first time to the channel, hi, hope you're doing well. It's great to see you. If you're a Maiden fan, I'm sure my other subscribers will agree, this is the place to be. Lots of Maiden tracks on here. Just click on that subscribe button. Don't forget the bell. That way you will be notified whenever I'm posting a new song to the channel. Also wanted to mention before we get into this, my premium channel, $6.99 a month. Premium channel gives you a lot more information, a lot more parts, video lessons for the songs that I'm posting. It's a subscription, it's only $6.99. It gives you access to the backing tracks, gives you access to all of the tablatures, all of the harmonies that I'm doing on some of the songs, and also, more important, the guitar solos as well. There's a lot more on there, not just Iron Maiden. I've got some Judas Priest on there. I've got some lessons on the Cage system there. In fact, anything I can think of, I'm putting it on there. It's getting bigger and bigger, and it's getting more and more popular as well. So I do appreciate that support, because with your support, I can keep making more and more of these videos for you. Anyway, that's me done with. No more plugs, promise. Let's get into this and let me show you how to play the Wicker Man. So don't go away.
Preview.
Right, let's have a look at that main riff that is predominant through this song. You saw me perform it at the beginning, so let's just go straight in and let's start breaking it down. Play it over an E chug, and we're going to be opening up with an E5 chord, which is a down up. So what I'm doing, I'm just holding down just a straightforward E5, and I'm just going to play down up. And then I have got 5 chugs. And then back into. So we get. And then I go down to a C5 and I do that down up. And then a quick move up to 10, 12, so we're up to a G5. And then back to the. And what I'm doing, just a tip here when I'm playing this, when I'm playing the chords, when I'm moving this chord, the C5 and the G5 up here, what I do, I let the tip of my first finger just touch that low E string, just to mute out the sound when I'm playing it, so I can get that, just a nice clean, I don't have that E playing in the background, so. Just keeps it nice and clean. Now that is played predominantly through the song, and I'm sure you've heard that. Adrian plays that main riff, and after, I think it's around about 6 bars from when they start, then Dave Murray comes in and he plays the same figure, so you just get that power of the 2 guitars just playing exactly the same riff. So that is played continually. Now follow the time, follow the tab that's going to be included in this, which will be on my premium channel, along with the guitar solo. You'll just see how many times you've got to play that through. Can't remember it straight off the back of my head. Then we shift into the pre-chorus section, which is what we're going to look at now. I'll just play it through and then break it down. Okay, so we start this time off on a D5. We just play that power chord. And then we're going to do a D5, E5. Let's quick move that. Then we're going to go up to 10th fret. So we're playing a G twice. Move down 1 fret to an F sharp. Move down 2 to an E5. And then back down to the D5. So we get then same thing. And then we do a G5 to a C5. Back. Exactly the same. So far the same. And this time we do a G5 to a D5. And then we are into the chorus section. So let's check that out. Let me just play it through for you, and then I'll just go through the chords. Okay, fairly straightforward. All we're doing here, we're just doing an up and down over a 16th. And we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you do a downstroke, up, down. Gives you your 5. We start off with an E5, to a C5, to a G5, to an A5, back to the E5, to a G5 up on 10, down to the C5, and then we do this only change. So we do 1, 2, 3, and then move up to the A5, and then we repeat the whole thing. Just goes round in a circle for a second time. Now, behind that, we have a riff that Dave Murray is playing, which is a simple enough riff. So I thought I'd just show you that. So if you've got a friend, or in fact, if you want to use the backing track that is part of my premium channel, you'll be able to play along either as Dave Murray or Adrian Smith. So this is the riff that Dave Murray's playing behind them power chords. Oh. You just keep on repeating that all the way through. It's the same riff. So I'm doing a 12 on, this is on the B string to start with. 12, 10, 12, 10, 12, and then 12 on the G. We do that 3 times. The final one, 12, 10, 12 again, 13 on the B, 12 on the B, and then back to the 12. And that makes it a cycle of 4, and we just keep playing that cycle. So 3 of these, and then that is played, as I've said, behind all of the chords that Dave Murray is playing through that chorus. Right, let's look at the changes that are being played on the rhythm guitar through the guitar solos. Right, so let's just look at the chords that are being played by Dave Murray during the guitar solo. So I'll just play this first section through, then I'll break it down. Now that riff is played 4 times. Now I did 2 of them there, so we've got to play that whole thing 4 times. What we're doing an E5 to start with, but instead of playing the low E, we're playing the E on the 7th fret. And And then, so it's the same thing, we're doing that. Then 5 on the E. Then we go down to the C5. And again, we're playing the root note there, we're playing that 3rd fret on the E. And then we do a G5 up to a D5. And then repeat. 4 times. And then we go into this. This is where the changes on the guitar solo, which again, I have said it will be on my premium channel, so you can learn the guitar solo at the top of that. Or if you just want, you just play the riff chords, what we're doing now. Now let's look at this next section. So as usual, I'll just play it through and then I'll break it down for you. Okay, fairly straightforward on the chords. Just the way we're strumming it just gives you the effect. In many ways you could do this, you know, but this is the way that I hear Dave Murray doing this. So we're going to play across a B5 first of all. We do 4 downstrokes, and then I do a down, up, down. So I get this, and then we move down to the A. Down to the G, back up to the A, start all over again on the B5, A, G, and then across what we do then we move to a C, and he does a, so I do a down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and then we repeat the whole thing again, A, G, A, B7, B5, A, G, and then this time takes you to the end of the bar. So that is the elements of the solo. Now when we come out of that, then we go back into this section, which is the same as we played in the opening. So we go back and we play that. So we start off, that riff number 1, we want to call it that. Then we go into this section, then we go back into that riff number 1. And they are the chords that are played throughout the guitar solo. Of course, coming out of the guitar solo, then we're back into a normal verse riff again. Now we're just going to look at the section that takes us to the outro and the chord progression there. Now we're just going to simply be playing a power chord. This is played by Dave Murray and also Yannick Gears. That just takes us to the end. So let's just go through that sequence. Now each chord is a whole beat, so it just counts to 4. So we play an E5 first of all, to a C, to a G, to a D, repeat, E, C, G, D. That just keeps on being played through to the end, and of course there is that little kind of slow down that we're going to play. Behind that, there is a little chord work that Adrian Smith is doing, so again I'll just show you that as well. Now over the top of that progression we have this riff which starts on the 2nd beat of the bar, so I'll just play it through. We start off playing a 10-9 to a 9-7, back to the 10-9, and then moving up to a 12-10. We do that 3 times. The final one, the 4th one, we do 10-9 to the 9-7, And then we do 7/5 to 5/4. And we repeat it all over again. Do that 3 times. The final one is on that slow down. And that is taking us to the end of the song. We have covered all of the sections, barring the guitar solo, of course, start to finish. It's easy enough to follow. Your verses are played through the main riff, your pre-chorus, which is the second part that I showed, this is going through the D5, and of course the chorus stands out for itself. So we got the intro, then we've got a verse, we've got a chorus, go back to a verse, pre-chorus, chorus, guitar solos, we come back out, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, and then you've got your outro. Pretty straightforward song as far as the arrangements. So you should be able to follow through, just going through all the sections that I've covered. If you are interested in learning the guitar solo, that is available on my premium channel, along with, of course, a lot more other Iron Maiden songs, backing tracks, tablatures, etc. that are not available on YouTube. I've said it before many a time, it's only $6.99. Gives you full access to everything I'm putting out on my premium channel through my website. You can cancel that subscription anytime you like. Well, I do hope you've enjoyed learning how to play Wicker Man. It is a great song. It's a fun one to play as well. I really do enjoy playing this riff. And I'm going to let you go for this lesson so you can get into this and you can start having some fun with it. So until the next time, this is Jeff Zinker from SkypeGuitarLessonsOnline.com. Wishing you well. Thanks again for your company, and I'll see you all again soon. Until then, goodbye.